Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and being a producer of Wrestle Massacre as well as Inside Movies Galore, I am David Strege, and welcome to Delusions of Grandeur. Enjoy the reviews. I certainly did.
Okay, Dave, that's it. Screw you and your college flunkies. I've had enough of this from you and from everyone else. I know what you guys are trying to do. Break me down, drive me out of the force. Well, it's going to take a hell of a lot more than a lame prank like this to get Curtis Mooney to throw in his badge, so fuck you. Over.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Delusions of Grandeur. I'm your host, David Strege, and here I have another review for you, this time of a film filmed in 2019, directed by Robert Eggers, and this is his second feature for him, and it's called The Lighthouse. He filmed it in black and white, and it stars William Dafoe and Robert Pattinson. And Pattinson played Edgar in the Twilight series, which got a lot of flack for being a vampire that sparkles. So this is a very different role for him. Even though there's one other role that I think that was very different for him, where he played the haunted airman or airman, yeah, alongside Julian Sands. And if you know anything about Robert Eggers, you'll know that he directed his first film was called The Witch. The Witch was a very slow movie about a drama that was happening within a family that lived like within the 1700s, who started pointing fingers at each other, kind of along similar grounds of like the Salem witch trials kind of a thing. And it didn't end up picking up until like the very end. It was very slow, so it was well liked by the film community, but the regular film goer may not have gotten into it because it was so slow. So this time he comes back with a story of two lighthouse keepers within the 1890s. One is the lighthouse keeper himself. He's already been there taking care of the light. And the other guy is a new recruit who has worked elsewhere, and evidently they're there for a certain amount of time, and food is rationed, and just literally I guess Pattinson's character was Thomas Howard, and William Dafoe's character was kind of a sea captainish kind of a character by the name of Thomas Wake. So each have their own duties. The one guy, Pattinson's character, he does not drink, and the other guy, William Defoe, he does in fact drink. So he makes him drink every time they have a meal, and he just makes him do the most dirtiest of jobs. To me, if you're doing this kind of a job, you can't just and when it's just the two of you, you can't just let the other person do all the dirty work, you know. And that's kind of what we see here with William Defoe's character. He only wants to take care of the lighthouse. He so it's like he's got the easiest of jobs, and we see um, the character of Pattinson having to um, uh, Thomas having to take this wheelbarrow and clean the latrines, things of that nature. And there was a night where William Defoe's character Wake tells him about this mythos of the creatures on the island, and the creatures on the island are the seagulls that seem to be flocking the whole outside of the lighthouse. And he says something. Don't ever kill a gull, because a gull is like if you ever kill a gull, it will bring down a curse upon you from. Apparently, gulls carry the souls of seamen who have died or been lost at sea. At least that's the mythos that we get from the character that William Defoe portrays. And there's a seagull that always seems to bug the shit out of Mr. Thomas Howard here, and he ends up killing him. And things start to happen, like nightmares. You start to see he starts to see uh, amphibian women known as mermaids, known as a mermaid. So we get flashbacks of different things, and I feel like this film is trying to be artistic without really being so. And I really liked the tension that was built up. I mean, it's kind of like having cabin fever mixed with a touch of mermaids. Um, and I like the atmosphere that this brought about. I mean, it was very slow. It was set at a slow pace, at least some of the story. So you get some dragging moments, but it does build up, and it is a nice surprise to see. I like the black and white film footage, and I thought it was unique. I thought it was a unique film to bring to the table. It was a different kind of a story. I mean, it's just kind of what happens if two men are left out to fend for themselves, get caught in a storm, and they have to figure out what to do with their rations as their tempers flare. So, in any case, hopefully you enjoyed my description of this film. I did like the special effects of the film. There weren't that much. A lot of it was uh, flashbacks. I don't think any of it was really all that CGI'd. It was just a really back to the basics kind of a film, and I thought it was pretty cool. I didn't really have a problem with much of anything. I mean, the only thing I think is it was trying it was trying to be an artistic film. Um, and I think it almost succeeded. I was fairly surprised with the flashback moments. I wish there was more than just mermaids and seagulls. I wish there were more mythical creatures that might have showed up in this kind of a world. But other than that, I like what they did with just a three-person cast. So, in any case, thank you for listening. Have a great day, evening, or morning, wherever you are. Just go watch the film. Um, I want you to get your own perspective of the film. This was my perspective. It doesn't have to be positive. It doesn't have to be negative. Just go see it and let me know what you think down in the comments. And hopefully you can use this as a companion piece to in watching the film, and you can let me know how your own film journey it was going through watching this film. In any case, thank you for listening. Have a great day, evening, or morning, wherever you are. Appreciate your time. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll definitely have some more cool stuff for you coming in the near future. Definitely have some more film reviews to get out. I'm way behind. I definitely think that I have my work cut out for me. In any case, thank you so much. Have a great day. See ya.
You were good, kid, real good. But as long as I'm around, you'll always be second best, see?